45 years ago, a group of socially conscious young people started a movement that led to the formation of the National Joint Action Committee and began what became known as the Black Power Uprising. On the 21st of April, then Prime Minister Eric Williams called a state of emergency. Some 50 persons were detained on Nelson Island because of their association with the uprising. 10 of those detainees were part of today's launch event on tour. Interim CEO of the National Trust, Valerie Taylor, said, "This is the first of 3 events that the Trust has organized for this year to bring parts of our history to life."
Today, what we're doing is commemorating the 45th anniversary of April 21st, which was the day on which at least 50 people were detained and brought to Nelson Island, and it was the start of the state of emergency in 1970.
Tours form a small part of the work of the Trust. They also list and acquire buildings and sites deemed important to this country's history.
This is the 1802 building. It is the oldest building in Trinidad and Tobago. It was built by slaves, and it also represents a National Trust success story. The National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago has the mandate to preserve and therefore educate the people of Trinidad and Tobago about our cultural history. And in preserving buildings like this, and also conducting tours where we can learn about this building, who built it and its history, is part of their mandate to educate the people of Trinidad and Tobago about their culture.
Minister of National Diversity and Social Integration Roger Samuel says they are actively working on the preservation of our culture.
We have embarked upon a program with the universities. We call it a thematic writing of the history of Trinidad and Tobago. And part of that history would obviously be 1970. Okay, so we are working on the history aspect of it, so that the history of Trinidad and Tobago can be in some way, if possible, chronologically written, and then the process of having it part of the education system be undertaken.
The National Trust is hosting 2 more tours to Nelson Island on Monday and Tuesday. Soini Gray, C News.